Hello and happy Saturday morning from Radically Rational and radicallyrational.com. Let's see, it's not quite 6:30 a.m. So despite what you may have heard, it's a little bit unusual for me to have a beer in my hand at 6:30 a.m. I mean, decorum is important. But here's the thing, what do you call this? I call it the only justification for soccer to exist. Beer is the only reason there is soccer. There is no reason to have soccer other than beer. And now you can't have a beer at the soccer game because once again, we got our jocks foxed by radical Islamists imposing their standards after they get what they want. And by the way, I'm not going to call that place Qatar. Not going to do it. Here's what I am going to do. I'm not going to call it anything. No beer, no soccer. All right, there is college football today. So if you will move over to radicallyrational.com, if you're not there already, check out the sports blog with all of my Saturday college football predictions. And I'm picking a few upsets. And of course, Sunday, tomorrow, we'll talk about the NFL. Okay, now, Merrick Garland. Merrick Garland is a rational man, and he had to make choices among imperfect options. So he did what rational people do. He chose the least imperfect option, knowing full well that he was going to get damned if he did and damned if he didn't. So cultists are screaming at the top of their lungs about the appointment of a special counsel. You do understand that they would be screaming at the top of their lungs had he not appointed a special counsel. And we have the automatic, so predictable responses, which aren't politically partisan. No, not really. And Garland did the best he could to clear this landscape, and again, was choosing from among imperfect options. So the cultists are screaming. Of course they are. All they do is scream. The screaming is the point. What they're screaming about at any given moment is completely irrelevant because the deflection is the dodge and the petulance is always the point. So now we throw in a little pinch of Hunter Biden. Don't get me wrong. If Hunter Biden has committed wrongdoing, prosecuted. We've got prosecutors on the case. But what I'm not going to let you get away with is the suggestion that there is equivalency in any way between what is or is not going on with Hunter Biden and what happened with Donald J. Trump. Don't put those in the same conversation. We can have separate conversations, and that's fine. And my purpose is not to defend Hunter Biden. If he's guilty, prosecute him. But the idea that whatever he did or didn't do in any way occupies the same plane as stealing government classified documents and attempting to overthrow the government of the United States is completely preposterous. So, Paul, you're saying that the investigation into Trump is a suitable subject for Congress, but Hunter Biden isn't. That's exactly what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying. Hunter Biden can be prosecuted through normal criminal investigations, and prosecutors are on the case. But the reason the Trump thing is the ultimate justified reason for congressional investigation is because it happened while Donald J. Trump was president, and it threatened the very existence of the United States. So again, I say this, we all go get a beer, we forget about soccer because beer is the only justification for soccer. And we can have these discussions, but understand this, the one thing I won't let you slide on is suggesting that there is equivalency here, because there isn't. Happy Saturday, happy football, we are radically rational.